Hello and welcome to a video. So apparently they nerfed the Obrez a while back for some reason. I don't know why, considering that you don't see really anyone use the Obrez anyway, as you have secondaries such as recently like recently buffed Desert Eagle XIX was Police Barrel because that needed to occur. An Executioner exists. Oh yeah, and then we have the SFG-50. I don't think that had any sort of modifications or anything. But the Obrez? Who's using the... No one's really using the Obrez. What's the issue? It's like... Alright, let's take a look at the stats. Increase RPM to 90 from 80. Okay. Not too terrible. Decrease reload time. 2.7 to 2.9. What's the Mosin? 2.7 to 2.9. What's... Alright, so what's the Mosin looking like? Mosin, defense, 4 stud, 0.9, 3. Okay, then somehow a smaller gun equals slower reload times? What? I don't think that's how this works. Wouldn't a bigger gun be more difficult to reload? Okay, we're no longer has choke. Didn't know it had choke originally, so okay. Increase aim speed to 18. Alright, not bad. Increase walk speed. Alright, increase sprint speed. Okay, increase aim walk speed multi. Okay, decrease bullet speed to 12,000. 1200. OG50. Now, why are these changes here? I don't... Well, then again, it's probably these... Speed wasn't the issue with the Obrez. Never really was. As those factors weren't really a consideration for me in particular. Like, why speed is a factor of a secondary, I don't really know. But I guess it is. Well, that's a new walk sound. Okay then, we're not paying attention to walk sound. Alright, so, what other stuff besides that? Increase all recoil to make it harder to keep track of targets between shots. So the recoil resets before the bolt stop. In other words, this has no meaning. Hard to keep track of targets. What do you mean? Hard to keep track of targets. You just move the mouse line if it's cycling, then alrighty then. No longer can alt aim. Not that anyone really uses it. Okay, fair enough. Considering that you that alt aim was one of those things that could be quite annoying when using some other object that had other aiming things and just went to alt aim for whatever reason. Decrease range to 50 to from 100. OG 100 to it. Decrease range to 50 from 100. Would help if I'm looking at the stats of that long barrel. Alright. So 50, 40. Okay, and then 3. 900 velocity. Uh, but yeah, but eh. All right. Decrease torso multi to 1.225. Decrease pen to 2. OG4. Eh, I don't know about decreasing the pen to 2, all things considered. Considering, like quite a few stuff doesn't even have, like, that high pen and is a secondary. And I believe the SSG 50 has how much pen? 10 studs of penetration. Ah, lovely. Yeah. Uh-huh. Stat changes on the Obrez. Yeah, apparently it was prioritized. SFG 50 on their hand. Nah, let's keep them stats. Why can't we have it be the RNG cannon that it once was? But alrighty then. So, other stuff. Rebalance so it doesn't need the use of choke anymore, making it more skill based and luck based. Hopefully, like the changes. All things considered, I never noticed the choke wasn't even an issue. Yeah, and then Obrez long barrel with speed. OGA1. Oh, really now? It lies! Increase pen, increase range, changes fire sound to a higher pitched version of the Mosin. Description tweaked, decrease equipped speed, okay. Huh? Well, if someone's using the Obrez, they're more likely using it as a secondary sniper in a long range scenario rather than a panic weapon. Now, why isn't there other stuff that is being rebalanced, like the FAL 50.63 para with 0.45 conversion? Why isn't this being rebalanced? Can be quite annoying to face against. Yeah, it's just. There's a few guns in this game that could also use slight tweaking. Mainly guns that have high pen and high rate of fire. For instance, the P90, which has 2 and 1.8. Wait. Like, why do these particular guns have such high pen? Like, when a lot of well, that kind of makes sense because of the caliber, but at this, like, yeah, but it makes no sense how other stuff. AA-12, fun. What even is this map? Boy, I am doing terrible. Gosh, it's as if they just... Oh, really now? I have to aim that much higher than just what I'm used to? Good grief. That's awful. No wonder I'm having such a hard time using the Obrez. Is that bullet drop is so much worse now. Wow, I had to really aim high just to hit that dang target. I feel like Longbow should keep its original muzzle velocity rather than having a significant decrease. Considering it would just be the normal length Mosin barrel anyway. If I'm not mistaken, but probably not. Ah! but yeah, there's so much stuff that I'm not too sure about. Like, firing speed is fine and all, but but like, some other stuff like blowing his muzzle velocity is not the best option. Is this just a Mirage revamp? Because that's what it seems like. Oh, there's a guy up there. I'm 107. How do I access the upper floor from here? I totally missed that target. Yeah, but wait, now I have to check something. Does that make it really? Does that really make the AWS better? Oh gosh, it's a scope. By all means, technically, yeah. But why? I don't honestly know. 9mm. Which Gen 1? But and just for verification, what's the muzzle velocity? 2000. Slightly under Oz. But yeah. This is too low for comparison, but if we were to just hop into the main game for a moment. And then compare the Obrez to one in the main game, then exactly the same thing. Ah, 2000 muzzle velocity, 4 stud depth pen. The usual. But I would like Desert Storm. I feel like the thing is with the lower muzzle velocity is just that people using iron sights on the Obrez will just have a much harder time with it. Just not the best option to go with, really. And how long has this recording been going for? 15 minutes of rambling. But if I were to get instantly beamed by a Desert Eagle, that's... Oh. Oh, that would be a cheater. Lovely. Uh, Bruh. Are they still there? Oh. Hmm. I don't know, but like... Uh... Where is an enemy? Alright, clearly I don't have the best tracking. Bruh. I legit got headshotted by that Desert Eagle guy. Oh. Where is... Yeah, you think? I kind of figured that out when I joined the server. I'm still not sure what it means by choke exactly. Well, that was a nice 482 headshot kill. There. No. The guy across the desert, though. If I could hit them. Oh, yes. Smoke kick this guy out. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's alt aim. Darn. But I kind of prefer the way the Obrez is right now. More than anything. Maybe the choke's related to hip firing. Could be the case. But other than that, then the stats on the stat changes on the other hand seem very wonky. Bruh, what is this? User speed exploited in the midst of the nighttime? Uh, Probably that time. Like, now, going over the stats. Increase RPM to 90. Well, I would honestly say these stats can be slightly. I don't like these stat changes. I don't want to edit, but yeah, or just to copy all this, open up a notepad, paste it in. All right. I would honestly say make this 85 or so. Keep its reload. Like, just keep its reload as the same. Like, no longer has choke is good. Increase aim speed. Alright. Honestly though, movement speed with the Obrez is whatever. So I'm just gonna not worry about speed. Increase aims, walk speed, multi. Increase. Honestly though, if you're gonna alter bullet speed or muzzle velocity, like, if we're gonna do something like not 30, not 13,050. No, that's too high. More or less, we're gonna decrease bullet speed, 1350, or keep it OG's fine. Something around these lines. Honestly, debatable. Unless this is more or less related to the that one attachment in other straight pullback. Then yeah, by all means. That's fine for that balancing purposes. Now if we go back to the notepad. Use range. Damage ranges. If you're gonna decrease damage ranges, 75 as best. As these damage ranges aren't as necessarily as bad as some other secondaries that can one shot very close quarters. Like if this is going down to 50, then necessarily be that much. Well, decrease range to 75. If its damage is doing like what? OG damage or whatnot. 50. Bringing it down to 75 is be more feasible than just at 100. Understandable. Or 75 would be a lot better than just 50. Especially in those specific scenarios where that might be feasible. Obrez front post, eh, I'm not too certain on it since I wasn't even aware of its existence, to be fair. And we're gonna, well, not in the notepad, but the pen shouldn't really be altered too much. It should be more like 3 or 2.5 to ish 7 ish. Somewhere around the lines of, well, actually, more around the lines of 2.7 or 3 instead of it just being 2. Mostly in the scenario of a build where it's like you need the extra penetration for related to a thing. Of course, armor piercing is a thing, but it's like we're using a gun where armor piercing is not very viable, and just a default ammo is way more better, and so you're using a gun for its penetration, like a secondary, for instance. That's a certain scenario, like the Obrez. That's fine. As I don't, this says 1.5. What does the executioner have? 1. So not many. It's not many secondaries have that high pen. So granted, you could just swap over to the SFG 50 10 stud pen, but we're not gonna. We're just gonna ignore that. Now, run post. Um, Going off by the fact it was. Yeah. Uh, I'm not really description tweak. No. How do squeeze the same? Eh, I don't know anything. Not really too sure on this thing. So, it's like I've not really used this thing. Like it has no real impact for me. Slightly longer barrel, but that's about it. So, but it's like, eh. A long barrel on the other hand. Now, currently it's at 2,000, but if we're going off by the thing I said, in terms of a tweak there, I should suggest, where did it go? Um, this should be more like around 750-ish, according to the fact that this is 2,000, unless it's related to stock, then I really, nah. But yeah. Please pen to 2.5 OG2. Yeah, currently in the main game it's 4, even with long barrel. I would say here it's OG4, but in the main game it's still 4. I feel like this was a typo, because it's still 4 in the main game. It's not no 1200, it's 2000. Okay, clearly someone messed up stats on the Obrez long barrel, but alrighty then. Increase pen 2. Honestly though, if we're going off by nerfing the pen on just regular barrel, 4 should just be standard for long barrel anyway, if that's the case. So should just be 4 anyway. Make that 4. Increase ranges to 125. OG. What is the ranges? Oh, 100 to... Eh. Increase range to 125. Well, it depends on, like, further damage ranges with the long barrel. Sure, but how much longer would that be in terms of everything else? A bit, I suppose. Oh yeah, decreased torso multiplier. And torso multiplier on a few other things could be tweaked as well. But torso multiplier is like, as long as they can still 2-shot at a decent range, then by all means that's fine. Okay, decrease whip speed. Lowers. Honestly, these are kind of cuts. Range 0 in half. What is this supposed to mean? Cut range 0 in half. Alrighty then. No idea, so it's irrelevant. No. That's fine. That's fine. I don't mind the decreased slower speed anyway, considering that it's most likely if someone's using long barrel with stock, then they're probably using it for strictly long range distances. So, Obrez stock new stats. Decreased recoil pretty... Yeah, okay, so... So just... So it just negates this particular thing. Okay. Decrease equip speed. Uh-huh. Yeah. All these are just related to speed and whatnot, so balancing just for that. Other stuff I'm more iffy about considering, like one of those secondaries you never really see anyone use anyway. Sometimes you might see this or that. I haven't seen anyone use this. The thumper, this and this. The Rex. All those I can't see. Same with these, maybe not the Iron Pistol or the MP1911. M9G, yeah, no, not really. And occasionally, someone's trolling or just being a memester. Yeah, not really, yeah, no, yeah, it depends. But, thing is that the Obrez more or less is just pretty much more of a skill to use gun overall. While that, on the other hand, is not really. All they have to do is point and click and get a kill. But yeah, that's all I have to really say on the whole Obrez nerf related stuff, and my general thoughts regarding my take on the whole stat changes regarding this. As I feel like some of them aren't even. I have. Oh, there we go. As some of them might actually be more of a hindrance to the Obrez than a benefit. Especially in the use case anyway. Well, that was a decent quad feed. I had potato aim for them. One shot or two. Oh, okay. But yeah. But other than that, I have really nothing else more to say on the matter regarding the Obrez and the nerve slash bus. Mostly mixed opinions on it, considering that I do use the Obrez occasionally. Mostly as a secondary sniper. Because using something like an assault rifle or something or some other full auto gun that's not very effective long range at like 200, 300, 400 star range. The Obrez shines in at taking care of targets at that range. Granted, you do have the SFG 50, but no point in using SFG 50 into something in comparison to the Obrez.